What really needs to be done is for us to work hand in hand to achieve a common goal, which is to let the students continue their education in spite what happens during this time of pandemic. Ayan. Okay, good day everyone. Maraming mga nagsasabi na ngayon na ang sarap ng buhay ng teacher. At dahil doon, may mga nagre-react. Bakit hindi na lang kaya na sila ang magbibigay ng mga modules na yan house to house? Hindi ko naman masisisi yung mga parents kung nagre-reklamo sila ng ganon. Siguro, ganon lang talaga yung nabuo nilang konklusyon. Masama ba yung kanilang observations? Hindi naman. Just let them be. Ganon talaga. Minsan, pag nasa mahirap na sitwasyon yung tao, naghahanap siya ng kanyang pwedeng mapagbalingan ng sisi. Hindi ba? May mga pagkakataon naman na pag maganda yung kanyang naging sitwasyon, iisipin ng parents sometimes, kagustuhan ba ni teacher na magkaganito yung sitwasyon? Hindi naman. Kaya tulungan lang. Dumating tayo sa puntong students are not allowed to report to school for us to be able to avoid the spike of our COVID cases. We would say na siguro yung mga kabataan ay merong mas malalakas na immune system i-compare natin sa mga old ones. Pero at the end of the day, of course, these young ones that will go to school ay kailangan ding uwi sa kanilang mga bahay-bahay. And the possibilities of transmission becomes fast dahil nga mas marami silang exposed to this particular virus. Sabi ng gobyerno, those who are 15 years old and below shall stay at home. Pero hindi natin maikakaila na sometimes those children are outside in their home. Hindi rin natin masisisi yung mga bata kasi they are just finding ways on how to fight the boredom. Alam naman natin na yung students natin pagpapasok sa school, nade-develop nila ang kanilang socializing skills. Marami silang batang nakakasalamuha kasi kahit mga bata yan, meron din silang mga problems in life, a little problems in life na pagbata lang din. Na sometimes na isi-share nila itong mga problema ang nararanasan nila in the community or even their houses sa kanilang mga kaibigan din. Parents of course are also stressed with the situation. Kasi nga sometimes they became na talaga the one that teaches their children on what does this lesson is all about. Sa amin naman, as teachers, there are many ways for us to be able to teach children. Kung yung mga parents lang can provide these technologies for their children, hindi naman kailangan talaga na si parents yung magtuturo ng kanyang anak. Provided na i-guide lang niya ang kanyang anak during the time na magkakaroon ng synchronous class. Ano ba itong tinutukoy natin na synchronous class? Ito yung teachers will be doing its explanation and discussion through the internet. Ayan. So, nag-i-explain doon si teacher with regards itong subject na ito, what does this topic is all about, i-discuss yan. Yun nga lang, kung nasa classroom yan, of course, si teacher meron siyang control of every student sa loob ng classroom. Pero, pagdating dito sa online class, si teachers ay wala siyang control on every students kasi sa kabilang linya sila eh. So, ang may control doon during the discussion of teachers are the parents. So, it is per parents' obligation to make sure that students on the other side are listening of what does the teacher is discussing on the other side. Kasi, minsan, dahil nga naiintindihan natin that there is a problem with the internet eh. So, ang nangyayari niyan, during the synchronous class, some teachers don't really required their students to turn on their camera. Nang sa gayon ay makatipid tayo ng data. Why? Hindi lang kasi isang teacher yung papasok through online discussion eh. Kundi lahat ng teacher na nag-handle ng subjects ay papasok on a specific period of time para sa discussion. Minsan nga nililimit na lang siya into once a week for the purpose lang na hindi malakihan ang gastos ng parents pagdating sa internet usage. Hindi ba? Pero, ganun pa man, there are some areas kasi and there are some of those kids na wala talagang access with the technology. Kaya ang nangyayari, dumating itong tinatawag natin na module. Pwede rin naman the teachers will do a recording. So, parang ganito lang, that you have to discuss this topic, what is this all about, and then ibibigay mo lang itong videos na ito the moment that the parents will get a module at the school. So, at the same time, dapat bibigyan mo rin siya ng copy ng video recording of this topic na discussion. Nang sa gayon, ang gagawin na lang ng bata, kung sakali man na meron silang television for example, na pwede nilang i-insert doon yung kanilang flash drive na nagko-content ng tinatawag natin na video ni teacher. So, pwede niyang panoorin sa TV yung discussion ni teacher with regards what this topic is all about. Yun nga lang, may mga chances pa rin talaga na there are some families na wala talagang TV. So, pwede rin naman na i-convert natin into audio. For example, si student ngayon, as si teacher ngayon, will be recording these videos. After recording the video, i-convert natin siya into MP3 para magkaroon ng audio. And then what will happen next is that si teacher, as the parents went to school para magkuha ng module, bibigyan niya ngayon ng audio file naman si parents. So, ibig sabihin, as long as meron kang portable radio, na pwedeng insert natin doon yung flash drive natin. And then, pakikinggan lang ni student yung discussion ni teacher doon sa radio para masunod niya yung topic. Pwede rin yung ganun. Di ba? So, that is either you have to perform the online discussion through synchronous class. Ibig sabihin, you need an internet for this. Or, you have to do the video na kung saan hindi na kailangan ng internet ni students, but the moment that they will try to ask a copy of a module, bibigyan mo rin siya ng video of that particular module nang makita niya of what shall be done for this particular module. Or kung wala rin siyang TV, pwede mo rin siyang bigyan ng audio, yung naka-MP3 files para titingnan niya yung module, tapos habang nagdi-discuss dito yung audio, doon siya susunod ngayon from the discussions that is being given. So, merong mga options. And the last option, of course, is itong total module lang talaga kasi walang TV, wala ring radio, wala siyang pwedeng pag-insertan ng flash drive para makapanood ng video o kaya makapakinig ng discussion ng audio. So, ang last recourse talaga niyan, the parents will proceed to the school, ask for a module, and then, if possible, they will be the one to explain ng content ng module na yan. Yun yung pinaka last recourse talaga. And karamihan ay ganun talaga yung nangyayari. So I would say meron namang mga paraan talaga of how you will try to share informations. Kaya namang bumili siguro ng mga parents ng mga portable radio. So why not gawin nating audio file yung discussion ni teacher, tapos every teacher shall do this discussion kasi parang nasa loob ka lang din niya ng classroom, tapos convert into MP3 files, and then In every module, the students will just listen to that particular discussion, hindi ba? So siguro in that particular way, mas makakatulong yun para mas maintindihan ni students of what does that topic is all about. Yun nga so, itong online classes natin ngayon, itong flexible learning natin ngayon, this really needs the collaboration and cooperation of every stakeholders na gusto nilang maipagpatuloy yung pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. Of course, we need the teachers for them to prepare the lessons and modules. We need the parents so as to guide the students of how to comply this module, and we need the students for them to do the modules and not let their parents do the module for themselves. Kailangan talaga nilang maintindihan na kailangan nilang gawin ito. Ang kailangan lang talaga is to set schedule. Siguro yung iba, hindi nila maintindihan kung gaano ka strict sometimes si teacher inside the classroom. Siguro ngayon, mas naiintindihan nila why teachers are so strict inside the classroom. Ang pinaka-purpose lang naman talaga nun is for them to learn. Teachers are finding ways on how to make the students learn all these topics inside the module, pero of course, the one that really plays a big role during this particular type of learning delivery is andyan talaga kay student tsaka kay parents. Ayan. Every one of us has its own task. Walang madali, walang mahirap na trabaho kung lahat ng ito ay pagtutulong-tulungan. Pero of course, the moment that someone gives up during the process, then doon tayo magkakaroon ng problema. Sabi nga sa kasabihan, an iron chain is useless if one of the link is weak. So para mabuo talaga yung samahan, so everyone shall perform its task. This regards, of course, hindi natin maiiwasan that there will be negativities, there will be some trials, there are those that gives us stress, pero what is important is that magtutulungan tayo for us to be able to surpass this situation that we have now. Siguro naman pagdating, hindi naman siguro ito talaga magtatagal in a lifetime, darating din yung panahon na makakabalik tayo on what we have done previously. Okay? So let's work hand in hand. Normal lang yung magkakaroon ng kunting komento sa bawat isa, but what really needs to be done is for us to work hand in hand to achieve a common goal, which is to let the students continue their education in spite what happens during this time of pandemic. Ayan. Thank you very much. I hope na nakuha nyo yung punto na gusto kong parating sa inyo. Thank you!